things are happening in the background here, absolutely. 29 past 10 a.m. New Zealand Standard Time and 17 degrees. One over my prediction of it's 16 degrees today. I knew the weatherman was going to be wrong, but, you know, I kind of went with him anyway. It's Friday the 4th of July here at Galaxy in New Zealand, and I tell you what, we better do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today's guest, believe me, good to have good friends of ours, RidgeBanks and the Wall of Sound, back, and it really, really is a pleasure to have Ridge all the way from Nashville, and a very good friend of ours, and also our foreign correspondent in the UK, Nick Plews from the Wall of Sound. Put one and one together, you've got a band, and believe me, I'm looking forward to catching up with both of these gentlemen right after this. Here is Blues Catcher. Whew. How are we feeling, guys? We good?
Yeah, I'm brilliant. Thanks for giving us a spin as always as well, brother man. We really appreciate it. You know that.
Always
the
good.
The tracks that you played earlier as well. I don't know if Reef was around, but we got Doors and one of the other tracks played on there. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it was Blues Catcher, the one that's playing now.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. But I love to promote you guys. I really do. And Rich, in case you were wondering, we're getting that much closer to getting into India. I think we're only a couple of weeks away now. We're just waiting for the bank to confirm that we actually do have an account now, because Barbara and I had to drive to Auckland last Monday. It's a almost 11-hour round trip. Yay. You know, just to go and sign a couple of papers and prove that we're actually real people. Do you want me to prick my finger? Here you are, blood, you know. Send that to bloody India. Can you fax it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we are getting that much closer now. Believe me, we've had to learn a thing called Indian time. You know, and we've also had to learn that, you know, what takes one person here in New Zealand to do, they need 22 of them. But hey, we'll get there. We are getting there. So, but I'm looking forward to actually putting boots on the ground and rolling up the sleeves and saying, you know, it's time to get this underway. We've got a few staff members already sitting, waiting, poised, ready to go. So, very much so. And we might also have a young lady coming out of England that might be coming over to work for us as well.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've still got yet to discuss this properly because she's working on a radio station in England. She does a couple of hours every week or something like that. Well, I'm sort of quite impressed with her as a singer and an artist, but now as a radio announcer as well. She's very, very talented. So I'm thinking of, you know, might just tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, do you want to come over to our shop, you know? Add a little international flavour.
I won't ask you who it is because that's not in my place to do so, Graham, but would I know her?
Yeah, I think you would.
Oh, well, I wish her and you every success with you know, endeavours anyway with GLI in India. Congratulations.
She's definitely a Galaxy artist, let's put it that way. Okay?
Right, okay.
And believe me, I think because of her age group, I think she'd fit in very, very well. I really do.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but I haven't yet spoken to her about that because we've been talking backwards and forwards about how we could supply artists for her because she was looking for content, you know what I mean? But she's looking for young Kiwi artists, which, well, we can do that if you want. So well, once we get that relationship going, because we also know her mum and dad.
Yeah.
You know, so once we get that going, we'll see what transpires out of this.
Well, your tentacles reach far and wide, and long may they continue to do so.
Yeah, I got big suckers, I know.
I thought I was going to come on to that, you big sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. You're looking bright there, Richard.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah. Well, I think we're using the same tailor. And of course, Grant, what you're sporting today, Grant, who's on the t-shirt?
That's right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Joined this morning, of course, by good friends of ours. I'm talking about RidgeBanks, coming out of Nashville, Music City, and of course, Nick Blues coming. Well, I'm glad he's not coming out of the hospital today. I really am. He's coming out of Leicestershire in the UK. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much for the invite, Grant and Barbara.
Always a pleasure to catch up with you, gentlemen. It really is. And Nick, it's good to see that you're in good health, my friend. It really is. I've been a little worried over the last number of months about you. I'm going to be very honest about that. But today you're looking actually like a shiny new penny. So nice to have you with us. And I'm loving the shirt too, by the way. For both of you guys got good taste.
All right.
Yeah. I think my bathroom looks like that. It's like the wallpaper. My bathroom Ridge's shirt. Do you know what I mean? But,
Mate,
but that, we're bright up there. But on a serious note, I really want to thank you guys for your help and support with recent events with me health-wise. You know, it came very quickly. It's been dealt with, but I'll never forget the support that I've received from many people, of which I'll thank personally when I see them, but you two definitely over in New Zealand. Thanks for your friendship, and obviously to Ridge and the back and the guys for their ongoing support. And you know, we've sailed on. I've come through it, and happy to be here and talking to you guys now.
absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. You were saying, Rich?
So good that you're doing well, brother. I'm so happy to hear.
Thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. While we're doing the thanks, I think we should be saying thanks to Stephen Foster as well, promoter extraordinaire. Believe me, does such a good job. So if you're in the UK or that side of the world, why not get in touch with Stephen? Believe me, you can't go wrong. You really can't. In the meantime, my friend, we opened up the show with Blues Catcher. Now, Rich, tell me all about this. This is a really exciting song.
Well, this is pretty exciting. Look at, can you read that?
I can't yet.
Backwards. 1 of the 2. We got an award. We got an award for Blues Catcher from the World Songwriting Association. I wrote this one with my buddy Tom Stanton back at home, and it's always been one of our favorite band songs, really. Even when I'm here, I play harmonica. We plan on doing like a little dual harmonica back and forth in a live version of it when we're on tour, and it's one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs to play. I have so many like really deep songs, and this one is just a happy blues song. You know, I always say my blues songs aren't that sad.
Well, you know, one famous person says, you know, blues is just a good man feeling bad.
Yeah, man.
I get
What a great descriptive thing that is.
Yeah. This was really a full wall of sound effort from folks out in the UK and Nashville. We kind of all collaborated on this one, and so we got a nice, incredible amount of good musicians to choose from both there and here, and it's pretty nice. It's been rolling pretty smooth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, Nick, I got to say, I don't inspire people often. Okay, I'm not one of these people that can claim to be an inspiration to anybody, but you sent a text the other day saying, hey, listen, you've inspired me to pick up the bass again.
Yeah, well, that would, again, I don't want to drag on about my recent procedures and stuff like that, but basically I had a heart bypass operation, and to pick a guitar up, a bass, which resonates against your chest, against your sternum, it was pretty painful, but after the great news today and the knitting together and healing that's coming on, I've over the last week started to pick it up, and you were the inspiration for that. You genuinely were, because we were talking about some music and some of the tracks that you were playing and stuff. And I thought, you know what, stop whinging, get on with it, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been a great experience for me. So thank you for indirectly making me pick up my instrument, my chosen instrument again, and learning the song that Ridge and I and all the other great musicians will be performing in the UK in a month or so's time, and we're really looking forward to that. But thank you, Grant. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I can hold a bass and I can resonate against my chest.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that was my first thought, as well as how's the old ticker going to go, because believe me, I know what it's like to play a few different instruments and what you can get from it. But you came through that wonderfully, and believe me, my friend, as I say, I don't inspire anybody to do anything unless maybe, might give you a gentle push off the bridge, you never know, but yeah, other than that, well, thank you very, very much for getting back into this music industry.
You gave me the needed size 9 on my backside, Graham. How's that?
Well, you know something? I'm sure the only person that's going to benefit literally is the public. And you two together, killer.
Well, you inspired that too. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be together, and the Wall of Sound wouldn't be in the UK either. So,
yeah.
You got to give yourself more credit.
I was a small portion of that. I'll take a little bit of credit, because you guys are just musical geniuses. You really, really are, and stuff that I can't do. Want to give a shout out to not only yourself, Nick and Rich, but Mickey, to Harris, and to Mark and Sean as well. So that makes up the whole team, and believe me, Sean, has Sean learned how to get on the interwebby yet? Nick?
Yeah, Sean. Yes, I think the answer. I was going to say something else to get me into trouble. So I'm not going to say that. Yeah, Sean's got no problems with the interwebbing. Great harmonica player that he is, and as Ridge alluded to, they're going to have a little duel on the harmonica there. We've got Mark Haynes, fantastic drummer times. Obviously the wonderful Nicky Colwell-Evans, who hopefully will be joining us on a few dates as well, subject to other commitments in the West End of London and the other stuff that she does with other people. And obviously Harris Nixon from Sheffield, who recruited, fantastic time-served guitarist as well. And we'll also be joined by Alex Milligan, who's played on one of the tracks over there. But that's the UK side thing. I also want to give a massive shout out to the Wall of Sound guys in America, who are also time-served, fantastic musicians that Ridge plays with over there. So we've got this family thing going on, and we can interchange and interface, and it's just a wonderful experience. But as Ridge quite rightly said, thank you to you guys for hooking us up. We're grateful.
Well, you know something? I'm very, very honoured to be friendly with both of you talented men. I really, really am. And I'm looking forward to the future. You never know what might be held there, really. But got to be honest with you, right now, and this is going through the roof, it really is. Tell me about Doors, Rich.
Doors is a really personal song that I played by myself. It's one of those songs that you didn't think you'd even play it out. And it started real slow, and then I had a lot of abuse growing up, and it got in the way of a lot of things. And one of the best lines of the song, and what it's really about, is overcoming any kind of fear or past tragedy. We all have it, right? And there's just a time when something where you now see doors where you used to see walls. And so that's kind of where it all started, and it just sounded better when it was really rock and roll too. The more rockin', the better it was. Maybe it made it a little less sensitive, a little more palatable maybe. But I absolutely love this song. It's probably my favorite song as far as a message goes, because it really It describes my personal experience of breaking through these things and finally being who you're supposed to be with the gifts God gave you. So it's, even though it's a tough rock song, it's got a really nice message.
Well, you know, Reg, and I'm going to be honest with you, besides the number of your car park, and of course steering a little too long, I've actually added this to my playlist in my car. And believe me, bro, it doesn't happen often. So I'm absolutely loving it. I really am. And
Cool.
the noise is really, really getting onto this. They really, really are. So joining us live is RidgeBanks and the Wall of Sound, represented by Nick Blues, coming out of Leicestershire in the UK. Yeah, here's Doors.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you for giving us a play, Grant. And it's heartfelt.
Always
Ridge's lyrics.
Always.
Yeah, Ridge's lyrics. I've got to learn over the year or so, year and a half that we've been playing together. They're quite rightly always meaningful and from the heart. And I salute Ridge for opening up his life with the lyrics that he writes with other people, because that's what really makes it. The music's secondary, it's the message that he gets across. So, well done, Ridge, mate.
It's really healing too. Once somebody starts talking about their story, they start healing.
Yes.
So it's really So one of my main purpose is just trying to spark something to get that conversation going. If they're not talking to me, maybe they're talking to the one person that's close to them, and they can start down that same path.
Absolutely.
So we hold all that. It just stays there.
Absolutely. And believe
Nothing
me,
heals in the.
well, they said time heals all wounds. Look at me.
I would.
Time hasn't healed me at all, literally.
Well, we're going to get that beard trimmed.
Yeah, I got to get this beard trimmed, you reckon?
Yeah, we'll do all sorts of things when we
You
get to
want
India.
to do all sorts of things with me.
Yeah, when we get to India, yeah.
How many years you been sporting your beard for, Grant?
Oh, it just grew there one night. I don't know.
I've seen him with no beard.
She's seen me with no beard, and she's known me for about 11 years now. So
Only once. I like it when it's short.
Do you know what, Grant? I'd like to see you in that little red dress we were talking about.
no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
And no beard.
And now you. And now, oh, come on! Now Rich knows.
I've got the photo.
Yeah.
I've got the photo too, so you behave.
Barbara's got the photo too.
Behave yourself, otherwise it's going.
It was an American flag dress.
Oh yeah.
And we were doing a Skype Party Monday booze up show, and it was at the arse end of the show where everybody was a little too merry, and
Yeah.
I just enjoyed my boots.
Yeah. Well, please share it with me, Grant. I'd love to see that.
I bet you would.
You'll have to talk to Barbara about that.
We will. I don't know. That's good. How's Sherry doing? She okay?
Oh yeah, she's doing good.
Yeah, $10. I will. And we'll see next month anyway with Barry.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
And hopefully next year, these pair over in New Zealand or wherever. Let's go and see them.
Yeah, that would be cool. I was just thinking that. Like, when am I going to go see? We gotta go see.
Yeah. we'll make an effort. We need to get down south, down to the arse end of the world. Right on the bottom.
Absolutely just good music, really. And of course, I'm talking this morning to RidgeBanks and bass master extraordinaire. Of course, we're talking about Nick Blues, aka RidgeBanks and the Wall of Sound. And gentlemen, this is just very, very, very good music. Now, Reg, I've got to ask you, anything in the can?
Oh yeah. We got a couple more that we're working through the studio, trying to figure out which one's next. We just keep adding things until we're like, oh, is that good or not? So we got a few things in the hopper, but we're really focusing on our tour too. In another month I'll be out in the UK and we'll be lighting it on fire.
Absolutely.
Live out there.
Absolutely.
Making some noise.
Now, right.
I'm
festival, and then we'll be at a few other places.
I'm expecting Nick to be able to keep me on a minute-by-minute basis of where you guys are going to be, literally, so we can get behind you and give you as much promo as we can possibly do.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, do you have a theme track that, a little snippet, 30 seconds long or anything like that, you might be able to slide our way? We might be able to throw it in while we were doing a little spiel about it. You never know what might happen.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm sure Ridge and I will be able to put something together over the next week or so.
Yeah.
It'll probably actually be more when Ridge comes over. To be honest, we've got a couple of days rehearsals with the band and the full band to put everything together, put a show together. We'll record something in the studio. Then it's a place called Quad Studios in Leicester. And it'll be about 3 days before the tour starts. We'll actually put that over to you if that's okay. We'd be grateful for any play like that.
Well,
and you'll certainly be getting a mention at the venues that we're playing at anyway.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, my friend, do a liner for me, something that has the generation of the show that you're going to be doing, from such and such, ending in such and such, da-da-da-da-da. Come and join us. You're bound to find us along the road somewhere, or listen to Galaxy and they will let you know, all that sort of kind of thing. Do a little bit of your own music, and I'll be more than happy to be able to throw that in and make sure that you're getting a fair airplay on that.
Awesome.
Very grateful as always, and that will be done.
Only going to hold you to one thing though. Very, very shortly, as you both know, that we're going to be heading offshore to India, and at some stage through there I'm going to be handing the reins over to do the job that I do here over there, literally, and there's going to be a person now. One of my friends says, it's going to be hard to find a guy that does what you do. You're kind of one out of the box. My retort to that is, who said it has to be a guy? I think it's the best qualified person for the job, personally. You know what I mean? So,
Okay. Yeah.
But believe me, there will be somebody that I'll be putting in place to be able to do my job while I'm not over there, to be able to continue on with the gas over there. So you never know. We might give you a little tap on the shoulder and say, hey, how would you like to come on the show over there that we're going to be performing? Meet myself and my up-and-coming, what could we call this person? Maybe an entertainer, you know what I mean? And, artist extraordinaire, if you want to put it like that. But believe me, just to get them in the mix and get them comfortable with the job as well. You know what I mean?
I do. That sounds awesome.
Brilliant. And at the same time, it's a good way to be able to break you into the market that we have for you guys over there.
Well, we'll be grateful for anything. Music's a great thing. It's put us all together. You guys put us together. So let's march on and having been to India on a few occasions, as you know, I love the country, and I'll get back and say that I have actually played in India before, but not probably at the level that you guys are hoping to achieve, and I'm sure that you will do. Well, that's up to you guys to say. It's not for me to say, but I know what your plans are going to be, and I wish you every success with that. You know that from my failing heart that's now not failing anymore.
Don't be upset that you're dying, bro. You're not. You're not. We don't want you to die.
If we're ever invited, Rich and I, I'm sure would lead the opportunity, as would
we love it.
People in the world. So we can always discuss that in the future. But we'd love to speak with you again, whether it's New Zealand, India, or America, wherever. We'd love that. I'm to visit you. Yeah.
Absolutely, and you never know, Nick. You and Ridge may just end up there opening night of the launch of GLA.
I'm,
You never know what might happen in the near future.
Never say never, and if the opportunity ever arose, we'd bite your arm off and I'd snap your ankles with my teeth as well to get there.
Fair enough, Steve. Fair enough. Gentlemen,
That's good.
I
That's good.
do have to move on, but I do have to refresh everybody's memory while we're here, just before we push on, is, guys, how do fans get hold of you? Are you on Facebook, Twitter, X, or whatever it is, and yada, yada, yada?
Yeah,
are you a talker? And do you respond?
Absolutely. Instagram, Facebook, RidgeBanks.com, YouTube, RidgeBanks. So far, I'm the one and only RidgeBanks. So if you put it in there, I'm the only guy. That's kind of cool. I don't know how that happened. So you can find us anywhere you stream music as well, from Spotify to Amazon, to any of those platforms as well. You can find us.
Yeah.
And if you go to bands in town, then you'll see our entire show list too. You'll see where I'm playing here in Nashville and also in UK. That populates onto our website as well. So shouldn't be hard.
May I also add, may I also add, same to you with Grant, that should anybody wish to get in touch with us, any promoters or whoever, there's, we've got Linktree that will give you all your bios of the band. We've got QR codes that link us into everything that we do, and some merch if anybody was ever interested in that we can promote on the tour. But yeah, certainly we can provide bios and Linktree that catalogues all of Ridge's work.
Brilliant, brilliant. And believe me, if you need anything extra, let Barbara know and she'll be able to put you into the right platforms to be able to get anything from RidgeBanks and the Wall of Sound. Believe me, it's going to be an exciting time over the next number of months or two, especially in the UK. I'm looking forward to following you guys there, I really am. And looking forward to being maybe a little bit a part of it as well,
You're a big part of it, you and Barbara, a massive part.
Already are.
Don't worry about that.
Well, believe me, we're very, very honoured to be part of what you're doing. We really, really are. And we can only but look for success in the future, can't we?
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
by the way, success to us all.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'll have a coffee on that for sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still working. I'm not allowed to have a drink yet. In the meantime, it is 3 away from 11 o'clock a.m. New Zealand Standard Time. Join myself on Monday morning. Go on, between 5:30 and 10 in the morning for the breakfast show. Barbara will be joining me on Tuesday after 8, and believe me, it's going to be some fun next week. There really, really is. So hang in there. But I've got to thank RidgeBanks and the Wall of Sound for joining us this morning. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you.
You guys.
Thanks so much.